Hi, and welcome to day 66. Oh my goodness. Day 66 of 99 days of Deeper Embodiment. My name is JC King. So I'm just going to pause and wait for others to join. If you're joining, please post a comment. Let me know you're here. Say hi. So I'm going to start today, day 66, with some light breath work. So 5 minutes of breath work. I'm going to set a timer. And begin. Hello, hello, Maximo. Nice to see you here. So, if you were watching me with this breath work, I've mentioned this in a previous broadcast. I set the timer, so the timer can be set for any length of time, and then the breath is used either through the mouth or through the nose in a 2 count. So into the stomach and then the chest, and then exhale. Exhale isn't on a count, so the focus is on the 2 count. Inhale. The idea is to get the most amount of breath into the body, the most amount of air into the body. Air is spirit, air is you. So bring as much as you can into the body with the breath. And as you're bringing it into the body, feeling the entire body. So the idea is to bring more feeling into the body. And so if you noticed in the beginning, I was using the mouth to breathe. And when the mouth is used, it isn't regulated by the cerebral cortex. So it's actually more effective when clearing out trauma and patterns and deep patterns and evolving the emotional body, because that's where patterns are stored, to use the nose and breathe in through the nose, which goes all the way around into the body. However, if there's a lot of sensations that are very dense and difficult to feel, it may be difficult to use the nose at first. So it can be useful to use both. So if it's easier to use the mouth, then switch to the nose when you can. Or use both at the same time. That also happens. And so there's no real rule around it. The idea is to really just bring as much presence into the body as possible, as much awareness into the body as possible while you're breathing. And then if you notice that when the timer went off, and in embodiment, I will say that I find timers immensely useful because they focus the intent. So embodiment is largely about lining up your actions with your intention. Lining up what you're doing with your intention. So I find timers very, very useful. I'm using them all the time. You can see there's a lot of timers set up here for different things. And so this is an app. It's called Timer Plus. That has a whole bunch of timers. You can purchase it in the App Store. And it has different bells that you can set up. The bell that I like to use is the meditation bell because it doesn't jar me when it goes off. Now, if I want it to jar me, then I can switch it to a different tone. But that's not the one that when I'm in breath work or in some sort of a meditation, the last thing that I want is for it to jar my nervous system. I don't want it to come into my nervous system and shake my nervous system. Because when we're really, really expanded and we're feeling all the way out into the cosmos, because that's how expanded one gets when they're really, really expanded. And then there's a loud noise that can be very jarring on the nervous system. So the bell that you use is actually quite important, which is why I'm sharing about this with the timer, because it does have that meditation bell instead of something quite jolting. So if you have any questions about this, please share in the comments or write me and let me know. So also at the end, I breathe, I held the breath. So on the last breath, it was a very deep breath in, then I held. And as I held, then I allowed that breath to transform into the feeling of immense power. So I was feeling anger, I was feeling wrath, I was feeling rage, while at the same time that I was shaking and letting that run through as a vibration through my entire body. Because as I let that run through as a vibration through my body, then what that's doing is it's going into any anger, any rage that has been unmet and unfelt in my own emotional body. And that vibration is shaking it loose so that I can feel it, so that it is no longer trapped in my emotional body, so that I'm integrating it, so that I'm feeling it fully and completely. And it is transmuting into the truth of who and what I am, which is always love. Love as wholeness and completeness, because what else is love? And so, as source, I have access to all frequencies. I have the ability to feel all frequencies. I have the ability to feel any emotional state. And because I can feel any emotional state, then I can use that ability to focus on that emotional state or that vibration to break through, to move into any sensations that are showing up in my body. So if there are sensations showing up in my body and they show up as pain and they're difficult to feel, then it's really just a matter of finding the right emotional state that will allow me to go into those sensations and feel them all the way through. So, matching my emotional vibration, my focus on the emotional vibration. So, finding that vibration, matching to it, and then going into the sensation that is being felt, that is arising in the body. And so often when the quite heavy ones that feel quite painful, this is anger, this is rage, this is something quite dense. And so in recognizing that, an easy way to release it with the breath work is to just hold the breath and bring as much presence to the sensation as possible. Because when the breath is held and you're expanded throughout the body with the breath, then what is there? A lot of presence. There's a lot of presence. So just using that presence to become very, very, very present with the sensations that are there. And as you are super present with the sensations that are there, matching the vibration. So the vibration being anger, then anger is very easy, actually. It's very easy because what is anger? It's a roar. It is a fire. It is a roar. It's right. So just allow that fire to come up within you, and this is your force. This is your power. And as that fire comes up within you, and you're feeling that lion's roar in your entire body, feel that roar in your entire body, then those sensations which were quite difficult to feel, those sensations that feel like they're crushing you, that you can't get around, that there's no way into them, that there's no way to feel them, they dissolve quite easily into that roar. And so this is just one example. When we know what we're doing and we're savvy about that, embodiment is finding our way into any sensation that is there and bringing conscious awareness to it and allowing consciousness to take that space. Because what is happening as we're evolving the emotional body is that a lot of memory images and emotional charges have been holding the space of who and what we are. in the body. So the body's full up with a lot of memory, images, and emotional charges. And so as we begin to embody, what we're doing is we're feeling all of those images, emotional charges, all the memories and emotional charges. And as we feel them, they're integrated, they're dissolved into us. And what takes that place from that point forward is presence. So then your consciousness, your awareness is now in that space, and it becomes very fluid in your body that you can move in and through your entire body with your consciousness. And this is felt as a blissful energy always flowing through the body quite effortlessly. Love has presence in and through the entire body. And so when we understand that embodiment, as we're moving deeper into embodiment, is always about moving into the sensation, not moving away from the sensation, not reacting to the sensation, but moving into it, then every sensation that arises is a joy. It is an opportunity to be more present. The What becomes difficult though is when the sensations are quite chunky, when they don't feel good, when there's resistance to feeling them and it's difficult to find how to get into them. If you can find how to get into it, then it's very easy. It's like, oh yeah, I can feel that because I know how to get into that sensation. There's no resistance to it. But if you don't know how to get into it, then that's where the reaction comes in. And so this is why I'm sharing about getting into the anger, the sensations that are anger. How do you get into them? Well, you have to match the vibration. You have to focus on that vibration and allow that vibration to flow as presence in and through you. So feel it. Then it's very easy to get into that sensation. It's very easy to be with that sensation because there's no distance between you and in that sensation anymore. You are that sensation fully and completely. There's no separation between you and that sensation. That sensation is one with you. And this goes for any sensation, any perspective that shows up. It's simply showing up so that you can be fully present with it, integrating it into the wholeness of you. And this immediately transmutes it. So the sensation is there because there's a limiting idea or belief that says that I am not that is not me. It is an idea of separation. And so you immediately dissolve that by finding where that vibration is within you and moving into it. So if the vibration is fear, feel that. Feel the panic energy. Okay, let me be fully present with the panic energy. And so if it's difficult to find that panic energy, if you don't know how to hone in on it and be present with it, if there isn't a recall of that energy, so where can you find panic? From some sort of memory of when you panicked, of when there was some sort of a traumatic response. And if you can stay with that memory, then you can begin to feel that vibration of panic. And as you begin to feel that vibration of panic come up into your body and you can hold your focus on it, then that vibration of panic can be held through the body. You can allow your body, your nervous system to feel it in and through you. And anything that matches that vibration will begin to dissolve into it. Now, as you are doing this, then it's very simple to not get lost in any of these vibrations because you are what is aware of it. You are not it. You are not the vibration itself. You are what is aware of the vibration. So, as you're focused on holding the vibration, as you're focused on allowing that vibration to fill your body, the fact that you're focused on that vibration itself is holding the container for it. Because you are what is focused on it, then that holds a container for it, and it's no longer scary. It can't consume you. You don't get lost in it. It's like dying into the sensation itself or diving into it. And this is the quickest way. So anything that shows up, anything that arises is simply there to be integrated into the wholeness of you as effectively and as efficiently as possible. And this is the most grace and ease. As soon as you begin to pull away from it, as soon as you don't want to feel it, as soon as you have a contraction around it, then you are looping and you are not actually stepping into it. You're not actually embodying at that point. And so then you begin to project, then the feelings and the ideas of being a victim show up. It's someone else's fault. The excuses show up. The reasons why you can't feel it show up. The reasons why everything's going wrong for you show up. Meanwhile, it's really just there for you to expand, for you to evolve. There's always only ever a choice between two directions. Will I fear or will I love? And love is always finding the unity, finding how to be fully present with this. How can I be fully present with this so that it is also a part of me? How can I meet this fully and see that it is me at a felt sense level? That is what true uh, unity is. True unity is at a felt sense level, which is in the subtle energy. And anyone that has done a lot of work in this, it will begin to feel as if they're always love because they're always moving with love. Because what is love but feeling someone as yourself, feeling someone else as you? That is love. So the more embodied you are, the more adept you are at feeling others as yourself. And as you feel others as yourself, there's no separation between you and them at a subtle level, then naturally they begin to feel themselves too. And they feel loved. That is what the feeling of love is. Anytime there's a separation, which shows up as a judgment, oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that. That's a judgment. then there's an idea of separation there. And that idea of separation is the opposite of love. It is rejection of what is. And so that is also felt. So embodiment is always about moving with the choice towards love. Always. I always make the choice towards love. The only other choice there is towards fear, pulling away from what is here and now, pulling away from being fully present with what is here. And that is the only choice that ever truly is. It is a choice towards love or a choice towards fear. There is nothing else. And you can see this very deeply in yourself the more aware you are of your own subtle energy. That it is only always a choice between being fully present with what is here or pulling away from it. Between love and actually feeling what is here as you, or separation, fear, rejecting what is here and saying, no, I don't, I can't feel that. Which only fractures you. It only separates you from you. That's all that's ever going on. So I hope this is very clear, and I hope this instruction is useful. And that's it for today. I will see you tomorrow for day 67. Thank you so much for joining me. The group is still open to new members. I will say that there is a lot going on in the group. So if you join, it is rapid fire, rapid pace. We only have a month left of the 99 days, so that's as long as it will be open. So in the group, I'm going deeper. So if you feel a pull to join, then please do. I love you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.